we're talking about something really amazing. Our topic today is making sure that your plan is actually achievable. Did you know that there's a rhyme and reason to planning well? I used to come up with these glorious plans, and I would always feel like I was failing. I would always feel like I was always struggling to achieve these things and would really beat myself down. Guys, there is a way to plan where you can actually achieve what you're setting out to do. And I want to share that with you today, because if you don't have a plan, I hate to say it, but you're either going to fail or you're going to always feel like you are busy and overwhelmed because there's no checkpoints, there's no map, there's no GPS to where you're going. Okay, maybe you haven't even defined where you want to be. And that's like a really insane way to try and accomplish your goals. All right, so let's dig in. A plan. We had a series. This is the last part in the series. We talked about the 6 things you need to be doing for 2024, and you've got to have a plan, guys. You've got to have a plan. So how to plan. There's so many different methods. We have time blocking, people talk about, we have vision boarding, we have these productivity workshops, all these different things. Now, what about a plan? We don't all just have a business. We have lives, we have relationships, we have bodies, we have souls. And all of those things indicate health. And I'm not talking about just body health, but your mindset in your mind, your soul, all of your relationships, your life, all these things. If one of those things is being seriously neglected, it will affect everything else. Yeah, and I honestly used to be a little bit just like a machine. I was a productivity machine. And no one could touch my work ethic. Okay, my work ethic was like crazy. From the time I was really young, I was staying up till 4 a.m. studying, making sure that I was valedictorian, and I was working, and I was prima ballerina of a ballet company. And that was crazy, right? And I was neglecting other things though. I was neglecting friendships. I was neglecting my mental health, and I was also neglecting my physical health. Even though I didn't look unhealthy on the outside, I was. And that all caught up to me. At one point in my life, I had a huge health crisis at the age of 18 and actually affected me for the rest of my life. And I have autoimmune disorders. So you have to nurture each of these areas of your life to have this not just business plan, but a life plan. And so I'm telling you my personal story because I want you to think about making a plan that will make you successful in life and business. That is what we are all about. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Jenna Harris Hernandez. I've been a top 1% agent for years. My family's lived off of our real estate income for almost a decade, and we've done very, very well. Okay, I've done hard money lending, I've done flipping, I'm a landlord, all the things. But I know what I'm talking about when it comes to owning a business. And I want to give this gift to you today. Okay, so how to plan. When you plan, the first thing that you need to do is define what success looks like to you. Guys, if you do not know what you want your end goal to be, what you want your life to look like, do we ever start just get in the car and just drive? No, we have a destination. So you need to define what success looks like to you, because once you know what it looks like, it isn't just about dreaming about what that looks like. You can backtrack into a plan for it. For example, what success looks like to me might not look the same for you. Success to you might be working your way up and becoming a big manager for a hedge fund, or becoming, I don't know, it could be that you want to win every award under the sun, you want to be top producer, blah, blah, blah. For some of you, it might be, I just want more time freedom, whatever that looks like. Actually pitch yourself this end thing. Y'all, if you are doing business right, you should be able to build a business in 5 years that you can begin to plan an exit strategy from. If it's taking longer than that, you feel like you have to work for forever, that's okay. Don't be discouraged, but you probably own a job, not a business yet. And that's okay. Like, that's one of my big things that we're learning about. So define success and literally do it this way. Where do I want to be at the end of 5 years? Or it could be 10 years. Maybe it takes you longer. That's okay. Where do I want to wake up? Who do I want to wake up with? Where do I want to be? What kind of place do I want to be living in? How do I want to feel? What do I want to think? What do I want to smell? What do I want to have to do? What do I want to not have to do? Like, start to really in detail decide what success, the end goal of success looks like for you, because then we can backtrack. When you do this, think about body, mind, soul / spirit, relationships, and / personal and business. All of those things need to be healthy. in order for you to function at the best in your business and other areas of your life. Your business also is the ticket to achieving your dreams. It all works together. It's a beautiful thing. When you do that, make sure that you understand what your values are. Your values are essentially your worldview. It's the lens through which you see life, the world, interpret things. And I say that because if you value health, a healthy body, like I had to take a good look at myself at one point and be like, I say I value a healthy body, but I am not putting my health first. Period. End of story. I'm lying to myself. There's a conflict there. And I'm on track with that now in my life. And I'm really grateful for it. I'm seeing progress. So what do I value with body? What do I value with my mind? What do I value with my soul, faith, spirituality, whatever that could be for you? What do I value personally? Is it family? Because for me, definitely is. And also, what do I value as a business owner? And if you've never asked yourself that before, that's pretty common. Like, well, success. Well, what does success look like? And you go around in circles. What your values are should probably become your value proposition in your business. That's what I did. Mine is options, transparency, and solutions. I value people feeling like they have a choice. I value, aka freedom. I feel like people should be given transparency in the industry. I value that as a person. It is one of my core beliefs is transparency means you have to have knowledge about a subject to offer transparency, and you have to have honesty and authenticity. And that, to me, those are values that provides transparency. And then solutions. I think that we should be problem solvers in this industry, not salespeople. And it makes it really easy, right? If you just solve people's problems. So what are your values? And assess that in those categories. Then sit down and say, what are actually values and priorities? Guys, I like to take a look and think, are my values, I say faith and family are my top two, and my husband comes before my son, and then other relationships. Okay. So like God, husband, son. That's how I value relationship. And I had to really sit down a few years ago and ask myself, I say these things are my priorities and this is what I value, but I am not living my life that way. Now, there is a time in your business where you have to hustle and you will feel like the business comes first sometimes. But if you are constantly having to live that way year over year over year, it's because you're not owning a business, and we have got to get you to that next level in your skill set. So take a look at what your values and what you want to prioritize. Are they conflicting? Because if so, don't panic. We just need a plan. Maybe we need a skill set, a mindset shift. Maybe we need to implement a new system in your business. Maybe we need a framework. Values, priorities, see if they clash. Now, another really great step after this is to decide what your big domino is. And I didn't take long for me to think about this one. My big domino was my health. I had let my health go so much. It was affecting every single area of my life, my business. It was affecting my relationships because I was so tired and my body was so inflamed from the immune disorders that I have. I was just beating myself down into the ground. So take a look. What is the biggest domino in the body, mind, soul, personal, business aspects that you have got to knock over? And it could be that one thing, it needs to be one thing, not one thing in each category. One thing is the most important thing. And we have got to make that a big priority in 2024. We've asked ourselves, are these priorities and values, are they conflicting? They're a big domino that we need to knock over. Yes, they're always. This is kind of how you start backing into things. I like to see this kind of on a vision board. So after that, you're going to start to identify actual goals. And instead of this big picture defining what success is, we're going to say, okay, what can I do in 1 year to move myself this much closer to my goal? And we're going to define what that is. And we're going to vision board that 3 years and 5 years. And we're going to start to actually back into, from this vision board, something called life blocking, because time blocking does not work in real estate. I don't care who the heck you are. All these people are like, I time block this. You freaking don't, because escrows fall through and houses catch on fire and squatters go into properties and all these things. So yes, you have to time block, but forget that old school way. We take this plan, this kind of skeleton for this plan that I just shared with you guys, and we put it into a vision board and we back it into actual life blocking after we break down 1, 3, and 5 year goals, kind of define how we can get closer to success. And then we're actually going to start putting these life blocks, kind of like life rhythm is what we call it, into a calendar. And you're going to arrive at something that is truly tangible, truly doable, and will absolutely work for you in 2024. That is the last thing you need to be doing. The 6 things we talked about is getting a plan together. I hope this makes sense. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I will see you guys next week. Work hard, play hard, rest hard. This is your time to rest, and don't feel guilty for doing it. All right. Bye, everybody.